I never had a Game Boy Advance growing up, but as an adult I've gone back and played a bunch of the biggest hits from the system, and I gotta say, I really wish I had one as a kid because I love everything about these games. It feels like pixel art at its absolute peak, and the music has this specific nostalgic sound even though I don't have nostalgia for it. Titles were trying out unique ideas and looking great in the process, as the handheld gaming space felt like it took several leaps forward. The GBA feels more like a vibe at this point rather than an era in time. And there's a game that came out last year that you totally need to play, by the way, that essentially feels like the perfect homage to the system. It's called Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo. Let me tell you all about it. Even from the boot up screen, the dev team here wants you to know the influence it clearly is wearing on its sleeve. This isn't just going to be a game that looks like it was on the Advance. It wants you to put yourself back in the shoes of a school kid who had to put tape on the back to hold the battery compartment together. Pipistrello is going for authenticity here. From the bright colors, Zelda adventure structure, and even the same sound font for the music. Just listen to this. It sounds like something straight out of Superstar Saga or Pokemon Fire Red. That's the good stuff. You play as Pipit, who just finished a yo-yo competition and heads to his aunt's house to ask for more money. She's the CEO of Pipistrello Industries that provides the city with all of its power and therefore extremely wealthy. But before you can even think twice, she gets ambushed by some angry executives who want a piece of the pie for themselves and attempt to destroy her with this laser doohickey. But as you try to intervene, she accidentally gets trapped inside your yo-yo, and now you need to work together to reclaim the 4 mega batteries and transform her back to her old self. This is where the titular yo-yo comes into play. Throughout your journey, you'll learn all sorts of abilities that will open new pathways or help in combat, that are all related to tricks you can do on your newly cursed children's toy. So you might walk the dog to be able to cross large patches of water, or do an around the world to deal with crowd control in battles. There's also these little bumpers that can bounce your yo-yo in different directions, and it can also come off the string to jump around and grab items. These mechanics expand in some really cool ways that can combo together to make intricate platforming sections, and stretch your brain with mini puzzles for money or health upgrades. It does get more challenging as you progress, so you need to stay fully engaged, but it's buttery smooth to control, and super satisfying to see your arsenal of moves increase along the way. Enemies get trickier as well, like these ninjas with swords that'll cut your yo-yo off the string if they're in a parry stance, so you need to look for opportunities to strike and equip the right loadouts to help in managing the waves of baddies. Luckily, there's lots of ways to raise your survivability, and this system is just as unique as the yo-yo abilities themselves. There's safe houses scattered throughout the map, and inside you'll find your cousins Pippo and Pepita. Here you can equip badges for some extra abilities, but they cost badge points similar to Paper Mario. So you can increase these by completing challenges in the overworld, or buying them from Pepita. She has a plethora of upgrades available for you, but the thing is, once you lock in a contract with her, you need to pay back some of the money you collect until it's paid off. And she'll force a downgrade on you until you do, like less attack power or no health item drops. The rewards are definitely worth it, but having to plan ahead about the right time to take a deal, and finding the money with down stat points introduced a lot of risk versus reward in this game that I wasn't expecting, and gave quite a bit of depth to a relatively normal Metroidvania adventure. Pippo, on the other hand, can make your badges more powerful, or craft new ones if you bring him blueprints, so there's a ton of reasons to go exploring all over the world. And boy, what a world it is. The city aesthetic really is an underutilized trope in video games, and Pipistrello crafted up some really memorable locales. From police stations, work sites, and factories, to the most memorable ones for me, an energetic football stadium, and Fata Fest, which is essentially a crowded Comic-Con. You can unlock taxi cabs for fast travel points, and there's even an interconnected underground sewage system that houses all kinds of secrets and hidden pathways. You'll go from recruiting #1 fans, to exploring a shopping mall, to fighting a Link cosplayer. There's something quirky and memorable in each set piece, which truly help this game stand apart in a genre that can feel overcrowded. Plus, the story blends perfectly with this by tying in themes of capitalism, corporate greed, and helping Pipit's out-of-touch aunt see what regular people have to deal with on a daily basis, which makes it feel very timely and contemporary for a game meant to look like it came out in 2002. It's staggering how much Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo soared beyond my expectations. There's so many little details that go a long way in making New Jolt City feel vibrant and alive. Like when you come out of the sewers into the bright light above, there's a little sun flare like when your eyes take a second to get used to the change. Oh man, and once you have all the upgrades, the whole city opens up with secrets hiding around every corner. You can go to some places in the dungeons that feel like you absolutely shouldn't be able to, and you'll be rewarded for doing so. They even included some extra hard-to-reach badges that totally break the game, like being able to control the yo-yo in mid-air, or moving extra fast, which is great for going back to get those last few collectibles. This is a game that wants you to 100% it, and I did, thank you very much. All of this results in a basically flawless experience that feels as if the GBA just continued hosting excellent games and evolved for modern design principles. Pocket Trap should be very proud of what they've accomplished here, and I can now add them to the list of other Brazilian developers that absolutely smash it out of the park with indies on this channel. So check out Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo, you won't be disappointed. And don't wait nearly a year after it was recommended to you like I did, because you'll just be missing out, man. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Stay frosty, my friends.